Clark County Council takes over debate on a future new jail. The Sheriff's Office takes to the sky in pursuit of law and order. And we take a day trip to the gorgeous Columbia River Gorge. Those stories and more on today's edition of the Weekend Review from ClarkCountyToday.com. Hey everyone, happy Friday. 18 months after it began, the Corrections Facility Advisory Commission handed off its final report to the County Council this week. The 423-page document details many of the challenges facing the current 35-year-old jail, including overcrowding, unsanitary conditions, and a lack of proper staffing. The 24-member commission reached recommendations on replacing the existing jail, and the new one would include 850 to 880 jail beds. That's up from the existing 590, but they left how to fund it up to the council. The cost for two preferred alternatives could be as high as $421 million and more than double the annual budget of the Corrections Department. The council will have to determine if there may be ways to accomplish the commission's recommendations, but at a lower price point before going to the voters for a bond to pay for it all. Speaking of sticker shock, Council approved adjustments to school impact fees in several districts this week, and that included Ridgefield School District, which asked for an increase of more than $3,500 per new housing unit. The request comes after the council moved to raise urban holding on thousands of acres around I-5 and 179th, part of which is in the Ridgefield School District. Council agreed with a one-year increase, but voted to hold off on a second increase in 2021 until they can see the district's new capital improvement program. The increase could make the I-5 at 179th area among the most expensive in the state for developers. Well, the future is here, and for the Clark County Sheriff's Office, it comes in the form of unmanned aerial systems, better known as drones. CCSO is expanding its UAS program to better equip search and rescue efforts, traffic units, crime scene reconstruction, and officers locating fugitives. Their most recent purchase is the Matrice 210, a $30,000 drone system that is equipped with 2 cameras, infrared technology, and the ability to fly in inclement weather. In his editorial this week, ClarkCountyToday.com editor Ken Vance shared some recent news on the ongoing conversation surrounding the region's traffic congestion issues. At Tuesday's Southwest Washington Regional Transportation Council Board of Directors meeting, the topic was raised by a couple of familiar voices. First, Camas resident John Lee, an outspoken advocate of additional crossings over the Columbia River. He urged officials to state their positions on additional crossings. Also, Clark County Councilor Gary Medvegey questioned Vancouver Mayor Ann McInerney-Ogle, the chair of the RTC, on whether she had followed through on a plan to meet with area mayors to discuss the topic of additional crossings. McInerney-Ogle confirmed she had a meeting scheduled. Medvegey also asked why a 2014 engineering report on a third crossing in East Vancouver had never advanced into a serious review by any local agencies. Vance also shared a letter sent Wednesday by Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler to Washington Governor Jay Inslee, urging Inslee to get more involved in the fight against Oregon's plan to toll drivers on I-5 and I-205 in Portland. Vance thanked those who, he said, are still fighting to find real solutions to the traffic congestion issues. Speaking of traffic, our own Jacob Graneman headed on another day trip this week, this time to the beautiful Columbia River Gorge.
Fall is on the way, but there is still plenty of perfect weather for a journey through the natural beauty of the Columbia River Gorge. This time on ClarkCountyToday.com's Day Trip series, we travel past towering waterfalls, breathtaking lookouts, rugged trails, jagged cliffsides, rushing water, and rich history. Be sure to let us know what your favorite locations are, and share your pictures with us on social media using the hashtag #CCTDayTrip. From all of us at ClarkCountyToday.com, we hope you have incredible adventures day tripping across your home here in the Pacific Northwest. From the Columbia River Gorge, I'm Jacob Graneman.
And ClarkCountyToday.com also kicked off our coverage of the 2019 Parade of Homes this week. The event opened this morning and will continue through the 22nd at Dawson's Ridge in Camas. The site will be open to the public 5 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. This year's Parade of Homes features 7 luxurious homes by 6 different builders, including the Chateau Angelo by Forged Custom Homes, the only remodel featured in the event. Another highlight of this year's event is the virtual reality by MC Custom Homes. We've got all the info you need about this year's Parade of Homes, and we will continue to cover the event over the next 2 weeks. Time now for Paul Valencia and your ClarkCountyToday.com sports updates.
Hello, everybody. Hey, this week we completed our Project High School Football previews. 18 teams, 18 programs in the county that we visited, and we got stories on all of them. And last week we did the Class 4A, Class 3A. This week we did Class 2A and Class 1A. And then we had some breaking news in high school football on Wednesday. Caden Stephen, the great offensive lineman for Camas. Actually, there's many great offensive linemen at Camas, but one of the great offensive linemen at Camas, he picked his college. He's gonna go to USC. Fight on, Caden, fight on. And on Friday, we're going to have a story on 3 recruits from Clark County high schools. And of course, Friday night, first Friday of the 2019 high school football season, will be at McKenzie Stadium. Evergreen and Heritage is the first game. Union and Mountain View is the second game. And of course, I'll be tweeting out scoring updates as I get them all night long. It's high school football season. We're on it.
Now it's time for a new feature this week, the Week in Review Weekend Preview. It's a great week to check out some other cultures. The Ridgefield Multicultural Festival happens Saturday at Overlook Park. It includes a Takahashi Japanese drum and dance, the Maharaja Bhangra Indian dance group, lots more, plus plenty of interesting ethnic foods to try. You can also try tacos, tequila, and cervezas, an exciting new event in downtown Vancouver, both Saturday and Sunday. And there's the Walk to End Alzheimer's Sunday morning at Esther Short Park. We ran a preview article about the event last week, so be sure to check that out. And you can find plenty of other ideas posted on our ClarkCountyToday.com event calendar. You can even submit your own events to be included. And that's your check on the top stories this week at ClarkCountyToday.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can also send story tips and ideas via email to news@ClarkCountyToday.com. I'm Chris Brown. For all of us at Clark County Today, thanks so much for watching. Have a terrific weekend. We'll talk to you next week.